Locally owned and operated, 11 Oaks Farms raises Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online at 11oaksfarms.com. Visit us in-store at 34 North Corporation Street in Newville or call 717-360-8249.
It's time for Mechanicsburg High School Wildcat Athletics, presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com and now on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe and follow Wildcat Athletics at Go Mechanicsburg on YouTube, available on all smart devices. Wildcat Athletics is presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville, Bobby Rahal Automotive Group, Charity Kastner RSR Realtors, your neighborhood Chick-fil-A at Shepherdstown Crossing, Lawnscapes Inc., Members First Federal Credit Union, Operation Wildcat, OSS Health, now with 2 locations on the West Shore, Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department, RBC Wealth Management and the Turnbridge Group, Renewed Hearing Solutions, Sheets, Snappers Bar and Grill, Seth Gardner State Farm, your Harrisburg True Green Lawn Care, Westshire Decks, servicing all of Central PA, the Wildcat Foundation, and Wolf Brewing Company. Now, let's head out to the contest and the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth on GoMechanicsburg.com.
With the call, here's the voice of the Wildcats, Mike Garland.
And good evening, Wildcat fans. The second season begins on GoMechanicsburg.com. From the Central Dauphin East High School Gym, I am Mike Garland. This is the semifinal round of the Mid-Penn Conference Tournament. You're looking at the Altoona Mountain Lions warming up. They were the Mid-Penn Commonwealth champs, coming in at 20-2 overall, 13-1 in Commonwealth play. Meanwhile, at the other end of the floor, the Mechanicsburg Wildcats, 14-0 in Mid-Penn Keystone. They were the Keystone champs, 22-0 overall this season. In fact, the Wildcats are the only undefeated team in District 3. Between Single A and 6A, there's 120 schools, and Mechanicsburg is the only undefeated team. Now, this Mid-Penn Conference tournament doesn't necessarily count towards wins and losses with regards to district seeding. That field is almost set, and the district tournament will start next Monday with Mechanicsburg hosting a home game, opponent to be determined. But right now, the Cats are looking to exact some revenge on this Mid-Penn Conference tournament. Last year, they traveled to Big Spring, played Northern, and the wheels really started to fall off the postseason bus for Mechanicsburg last year in that conference tournament game against Northern. Northern was victorious. The Cats limped into the district tournament, beat Susquehannock in the first round, then lost in round 2 before just getting by Redland in the 6th, 7th place game, and then fell in the first round of the state tournament to Bishop Shanahan. So, another year older, another year wiser, and these young ladies are looking to advance to Thursday's final in this Mid-Penn Conference tournament. More storylines coming up, plus we'll get ready for the opening tip. It's a basketball doubleheader. The boys playing later on this evening as well against Cumberland Valley. Ben Shad will have the call on that one. But in the meanwhile, from the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth, we'll be right back after this on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Craig was in the Rockies and had to cut his ski trip short
11
because
Oaks
he's having severe
Farms
knee
raises
pain.
Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online at 11oaksfarms.com. Visit us in-store at 34 North Corporation Street in Newville or call 717-360-8249.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best. every day.
Hey there, Wildcat fans. It's Mike Garland, voice of Wildcat Athletics. And that map you're looking at and those little blue pin drops, they represent the central Pennsylvania locations of our broadcast partners. From our presenting sponsor, 11 Oaks Farms, to the south and west in Newville, to one of our newest partners, True Green Lawn Care on the East Shore in Middletown, and everywhere in between, these are community-oriented businesses and their dollars are supporting Wildcat Athletics. So in turn, fans, I ask you to support them. Pick up the phone and price their services. Shop in their store locations. Tell them you heard about it during a broadcast of Wildcat Athletics. You can go to GoMechanicsburg.com right now and click on the live stream tab to learn more about each one of these great central Pennsylvania businesses. We thank them for their support, and I encourage you to support them in turn.
Does your property need a little TLC? Call Lawnscapes Inc. of Mechanicsburg today at 717-697-1833 and see how Wes Moret and his team can transform or maintain your residential or commercial property. From hardscapes to yard services of all types, tree and shrub service and more, this locally owned and operated business has you covered. Call today for your free estimate. Lawnscapes Inc. at 717-697-1833. That's 717-697-1833.
We are dedicated to serving our members, associates, and communities because they give us purpose. We know we are stronger when we come together as one. We believe financial literacy is a key tool for personal well-being, economic stability, and a more secure financial future for everyone. And we are committed to providing all with access to financial wellness resources. We strive to deliver unparalleled experiences for our members through every moment and milestone. We are built by will, forged by people, and powered by a proud member experience.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Seth Gardner for your personal price plan today.
This is you. And this is us. Hi, we're True Green. We're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. That means we'll give you a pro-level lawn guaranteed. That's a satisfaction guarantee. That's a price match guarantee. That's a guarantee on top of your guarantee. So you can do less of this and more of this.
A deck where memories are made, barbecues are grilled, and sunsets are savored. But let's face it, not all decks are created equal. Enter Westshire Decks. We're not your average deck builders. Precision is our mantra. We don't just build decks, we craft outdoor living spaces tailored to your dreams. With Westshire Decks, you get seasoned experts who know decks inside and out. So why settle for a deck that's just okay when you can have one that's extraordinary? Westshire Decks, where craftsmanship meets creativity. Give us a call today and come see how we are different.
The Wildcat Foundation is Mechanicsburg Area School District's education foundation. Established in 1998, the foundation raises and distributes funds that support students in education, wellness, cultural awareness, and athletics. The Wildcat Foundation has also awarded hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships to support students' higher education. Learn more and donate today at wildcatfoundation.org. Wolf Brewing Company in Mechanicsburg, established in 2021 as a family and pet-friendly social experience, offers food and drink options for the community from the community. Family owned by Wildcat graduates, Wolf Brewing Company is just off South Market Street in the all-new Legacy Park. Stop in before, during, or after the game for food crafted from the freshest local ingredients, plus many award-winning drinks made on site. Wolf Brewing Company, 100 Legacy Park Drive, Suite 400, online at wolfbrewingco.com or call 717-590-7917.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome back to the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth in the Central Dauphin East High School gym. Captains coming together near center court, captains and coaches, along with our officials for tonight, Joe Gabriel, Jen Ronaldo, and Steve Baumgartner. The 22-0 Mechanicsburg Wildcats, champions of the Mid-Penn Keystone, taking on the 20-2 Altoona Mountain Lions. champions of the Mid-Penn Commonwealth. Both teams played last night. Mechanicsburg traveled to Chambersburg, where they were victorious against the Trojans 40-31. Meanwhile, Altoona played Harrisburg, victorious 65-25. So regardless of distance traveled, each team played last night. So their legs, in theory, should be equally tired, but their minds should be ready to go. No off night, no pregame shoot-around yesterday or anything of the sort, but these young ladies are here and getting ready to take care of business. Now, for Altoona, if you take a look at their season schedule, I referenced just 2 losses, and they both came before Christmas. They opened the season getting blown out by South Fayette 70-38. That's a South Fayette team that Mechanicsburg faced a couple of years ago when this current crop of juniors were freshmen. And then it was a win against North Allegheny, Mount Lebanon, and Hollidaysburg before falling by 3 to State College. And that December 11th State College loss for Altoona was their last loss during this campaign. In fact, they came back and blew out State College in January 66-38. Altoona's averaging 60.6 points per game, giving up 35.4. They've outscored Mechanicsburg overall this season, 1,334 points to 1,041 for the Cats. Now, for Mechanicsburg, I think their defense and their ability to shut down some of the primetime players of their opponents will be key to victory tonight against Altoona. The Cats may not score a ton of points. A quick glance says their season high in points scored in a game was just 69, and that was on January 1st against Mifflin County. Meanwhile, Altoona has gone over 70 a handful of times this season, and again averaging 60.6 points per game. Pre-game shoot-around has concluded, and in just a few moments, we will meet the starters as introduced by the public address announcer here at the gym. Mechanicsburg will be in the home whites with maroon and steel trim, maroon numbers. Meanwhile, Altoona, the road maroons with white numbers and white trim. Mechanicsburg very familiar with the Altoona gym. The Wildcats have gone out there a couple of times to play the cavernous fieldhouse at Altoona High School. But today, it's the Mountain Lions making the trip east to play in a gym that they very well have likely never played in, or at least I should say haven't played in, but once this season, as CD East is a Mid-Penn Commonwealth opponent. So it's a long bus ride when you're Altoona. You're obviously making one of the farther trips in the Mid-Penn, I should say. Altoona, State College, Mifflin County, 3 District 6 teams that have to make those long bus rides throughout the Mid-Penn. So Altoona is lined up for a national anthem. Coach McAllister is still talking things over with his young ladies, and at some point here we expect there to be an introduction of the starting lineups or the national anthem. Either way, today's broadcast presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville. We are going directly to the national anthem, so we'll turn up our crowd mic and keep it right here. Mechanicsburg and Altoona on GoMechanicsburg.com. are just moments away from tipping this one off at Central Dauphin East. A reminder, Wildcat Athletics would like to recognize the Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department for their continued support of our web streams. With the Recreation Department here in Mechanicsburg, you can immerse yourself in a world of excitement and discovery. From creative crafts, dance, to fitness opportunities and family fun, they offer something for everyone. Don't miss out on fantastic experiences that inspire, enrich, and bring the community together. Visit mbgsd.org, click on the Parks and Rec tab, or drop by their office at the Trails and Trees Environmental Center. Mechanicsburg Area Recreation, where every moment is a new adventure. And now the starting lineups.
First, the Lady Lions of Altoona, representing as guests on the scoreboard. Wearing number 11 is senior Melena Iyer.
Melena Iyer, 5'6" senior guard.
Wearing number 12 is junior Zaylin Gwynn Moore.
Zaylin Gwynn Moore, 5'7" junior guard, number 12.
Wearing number 13 is freshman Brianna Hudson.
Brianna Hudson, freshman, 5'10" at a forward, number 13.
Wearing number 24 is senior Lainey Wilt.
Lainey Wilt, 5'4" senior guard, number 24 on the roster.
And wearing number 41 is junior Samantha Harpster.
And Samantha Harpster, 5'7", a junior and a guard, number 41. The head coach is Kristen Flegel. Assistant coaches Mike Reed and Casey Wilt.
Now the starting lineup for the Wildcats.
The visitors on the scoreboard here at the Central Dauphin East Gym.
A junior number 00, Macy Yanoski.
Macy Yanoski, a 5'7" junior guard, 00.
A sophomore, number 4, Asha Pratt.
A 5'10" sophomore guard, Asha Pratt, number 4 for the Wildcats.
A junior, number 14, Lauren Lebo.
Lauren Lebo, 6 foot and a junior forward, number 14 for head coach Clay McAllister.
Also a junior, number 21,
Wildcats.
Elena Sweet.
Elena Sweet, 5'7" junior guard, number 21 on the roster.
And a sophomore, number 22, Mia Master.
Mia Master, 5'7" sophomore guard, number 22. Clay McAllister, the head coach. Assistant coaches Tanya Brown, Katie Christ, and Megan Schrass. So we're getting ready to tip off here at the Central Dauphin East High School Gym. Tonight's game presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville. Mike Garland hanging out in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth high above the CD East Gymnasium. Thanks to our Go Mechanicsburg live stream crew tonight. Josh Brown managing the score interface and Kevin Nutt on camera. Big thanks to Ben Shad for getting the gear here and helping get it set up in advance of tonight's tip. Ben will have play-by-play of the boys game coming up after our contest, about 15 to 20 minutes after the conclusion of Mechanicsburg and Altoona, as the Cumberland Valley Eagles are just making their way into the gym. The Mechanicsburg boys are here, ready to cheer on their classmates and fellow gym mates. Again, the officials, Joe Gabriel, Jen Ronaldo, and Steve Baumgartner. So standing in the center circle for Altoona, Brianna Hudson. Hudson, a 5'7" junior guard, and Lauren Lebo will come in standing at that class of 2017 center circle gift.
We hope you enjoy tonight's game.
And Jen Ronaldo brings the ball in, and we are ready for the semifinals of the Mid-Penn Conference Tournament, and Altoona wins the tip. Lainey Wilt goes to her left. Into the hands of Iyer. Iyer backing in against Yanoski, takes a fall-away jumper from just outside the free throw line. And Elena Iyer nets the first bucket of the game. Mechanicsburg's offense struggled last night against Chambersburg. It was 13-13 at the half. And if Mechanicsburg's going to be competitive against Altoona, they need more than that. That first shot from Macy Yanoski is no good. The rebound corralled by Brianna Hudson. Hudson kicks it over to Wilt. Wilt goes cross-court. Now Harpster. Harpster takes a three, makes a three, and just like that, Altoona up 5-0. 2 possessions, 2 buckets for Altoona, and now a steal as Lainey Wilt brings the ball into the front court. Wilt to Hudson. Now it's Gwen Moore. Wilt, pressured by Masser. Passes left. Iyer had a touch. Back to Wilt. Wilt between the circles. Right to Hudson. Mechanicsburg's going to need to play a near-perfect game if they want to be victorious today. Iyer takes a three, makes a three, and right now, Altoona has come out hot and fast, and the Cats call a timeout down 8-0. We're going to take a break. Come back after this. Today's game presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Locally owned and operated, 11 Oaks Farms raises Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online at 11oaksfarms.com. Visit us in-store at 34 North Corporation Street in Newville or call 717-360-8249.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Back at the Central Dauphin East High School gym, Altoona leads 8-0. A pair of threes and a long jumper. And the Mountain Lions have jumped out on the Cats, who turn the ball over one more time. Elena Iyer with the steal. Bounce pass underneath. Gwynn Moore puts up a shot. That's the first miss for Altoona. The Cats need to capitalize. Macy Anoski pressured by Wilt. And a turnover. So beyond not being able to make a bucket, the Cats can't seem to get into the front court without turning it over. That's a deadly combo right now when you're trying to advance in the Mid-Penn Conference tournament, and something that, as they play in the district tournament against 6A schools, they can't afford to do. Three-point shot taken and missed by Gwynn Moore. Rebound Altoona. Wilt takes a three and makes it. Laney Wilt for the triple, and it's 11-0. Elena Sweet to Macy Anoski, and that pass from Sweet just too far in front of Macy. And if anything can go wrong for the Cats right now, it is, as that three-point shot was missed by Iyer. Cats on the rebound. Asha Pratt trying a three, and it's an air ball. Wilt on the rebound. Wilt, pass to Iyer. She takes a three, makes this one. I mean, Altoona is just shooting the lights out here at the Central Dauphin Gym. Mechanicsburg with multiple unforced errors, and it's 14-0. The extra point is good. Coach McAllister calls his second timeout of the first quarter. We're going to take a timeout ourselves. Be back in a bit on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Does your property need a little TLC? Call Lawnscapes Inc. of Mechanicsburg today at 717-697-1833 and see how Wes Moret and his team can transform or maintain your residential or commercial property. From hardscapes to yard services of all types, tree and shrub service and more, this locally owned and operated business has you covered. Call today for your free estimate. Lawnscapes Inc. at 717-697-1833. That's 717-697-1833.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Back at the Central Dauphin East High School gym, Mike Garland hanging out in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Today's game presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville, and it has been all Altoona through the first 2.5 minutes of quarter number one. 14-0, the Mountain Lions lead, and now pressing as the Cats are trying to get the ball out of the backcourt. And can't do it, but get lucky as that ball went off the leg of Zaylin Nguyen Moore. I mean, nothing has gone right for Mechanicsburg here, and we're not even 3 minutes into quarter number one. Janoski down low. Masser draws the double team. And she's tied up with by Samantha Harpster. The alternating possession arrow will allow Mechanicsburg to keep the ball, so finally a positive on the side of the maroon and steel. Janoski inbounds to Elena Sweet. Sweet, Pratt, thought about a three, dribbles right, over to Macy Janoski. Janoski comes back outside the three-point arc, now around the perimeter, and the bounce pass threads the needle. Lauren Lebo outside the arc, and a nice cutting pass, and the Cats are on the board. Asha Pratt to Lauren Lebo, and finally the scoring drought breaks after 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Altoona looking to put their foot back on the accelerator. That shot by Iyer is no good. Rebound Asha Pratt. Baseball pass is intercepted by Brianna Hudson. Gwen Moore, standing outside the three-point arc, looks to drive the paint, and Asha Pratt steals it away. So finally, some forced errors by the Cats. Janoski, head fake, in the paint. And again, Harpster reaches in and ties up with her. This time the alternating possession arrow will give Altoona the ball. Coming up about 15 minutes after this contest, boys basketball, Mechanicsburg and Cumberland Valley. On the other half of the girls bracket, it is Middletown and Trinity. So the winner of this one will play Middletown or Trinity at Milton Hershey coming up later this week, as Lainey Wilt now has 5 with that layup, 16-2 the score. Elena Sweet loses the possession, picks it back up, has it knocked out of her hands, but she was the last to touch it. So this is a team that went 22-0 this season, and in their last 2 games have come out completely lost. It's understandable against a team like Altoona tonight that is 20-2 and by all accounts a good team. Chambersburg's record last night should not have yielded the type of first-half performance that we saw, and now Asha Pratt is tied up with. Brianna Hudson reaches in. Check that. That was Zaylin Gwynn Moore. Danny Klinger is in. Reagan Condon is in, and going to the bench is Mia Masser and Asha Pratt. Klinger takes the inbounds. Klinger to her right, Reagan Condon. Condon, Janoski. Janoski tries to force up a shot. It's no good, and she runs under the hoop and back to her defensive spot as Altoona gets the board. And Gwynn Moore, who picked up that missed Janoski shot underneath, took it coast to coast. 18-2 the score. Sweet zings it high. Condon pulls it down. Klinger to Janoski in the paint. And bodies banging underneath. There's going to be a foul called. I believe this is the first foul of the game as Jen Ronaldo makes the call. It's a hold against Altoona and a substitution as Raylan Iyer checks into the contest, and checking out is Samantha Harpster. Still plenty of basketball left. We're not even 5 minutes into this one as Emmy Kuhn comes to the scorer's table to check in. Janoski, top of the key, hands it off to Condon. Condon can certainly handle the ball with the best of them. Goes right to Janoski. Janoski, a little pressure. Her pass is tipped by Brianna Hudson. Stolen away, but the Cats get the ball back. Lauren Lebo to Macy Janoski. Condon. Cats need points. The passing's great, but they got to get a path to the lane to score some points. Altoona's doing everything right thus far in quarter number 1. Macy Janoski backing in. Beautiful spin move. Staunch defense by the Altoona Mountain Lions. Condon, pressured by Wilt. Back to Klinger. Klinger, a senior, one of only 2 seniors on this team. Elena Sweet has her shot blocked, gets the rebound, draws some pressure. Klinger from just inside the free throw line puts up a jumper. It's no good. Brianna Hudson on the board. Hudson going coast to coast in the face of Lauren Lebo, misses the shot, and Lebo gets the board. Lebo running the floor, bounce past Condon, back to Lebo. Lebo in the paint, and her shot is swatted from behind. It's going to remain Mechanicsburg basketball. A nice job by Brenna Hudson hustling from behind the play to swat it away. Sweet goes to the bench. Macy Janoski goes to the bench. Emmy Kuhn checks in. Mia Masser checks in. Substitution for Altoona. Samantha Harpster is in, and Lainey Wilt is out. Wildcat Athletics presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville. Reagan Condon takes the inbounds, thought about a shot, draws some pressure instead. Into the hands of Masser. Danny Klinger has a touch. Klinger pressured. Back outside the three-point arc. And Condon nearly has it stolen away. Regains possession in the backcourt. Now needs to get across the timeline. That pass nearly stolen away. Emmy Kuhn to Mia Masser. It's a strangling defense by Altoona. This is the type of defense that Mechanicsburg was dishing out to their opponents all season long. Klinger in trouble and has it stolen away. Her pocket picked by Raylan Iyer. And Klinger back the other way, partially blocks the shot. The ball goes out of bounds off of Klinger. So Altoona will inbound with 1:14 remaining in quarter number 1. Just 2 points for the Cats in the first quarter so far. Inbound into Brianna Hudson, and the ball goes out of bounds. So Mechanicsburg needs to capitalize on this opportunity. as Lainey Wilt will check in. Wilt is in, Hudson is out, and keep in mind, Brenna Hudson, just a freshman, 5'10" and a forward, playing with all the poise and talent of an upperclassman. A couple of underclassmen in the backcourt for the Cats right now. Now it's a freshman. So 2 freshmen, a senior, sophomore, and a junior on the hardwood for the Cats. Emmy Kuhn tries to split a double team. Has her shot partially blocked, as my mouth is going faster than my mind, or one of those things. It's also hot in the upper deck of the gym here, so I'll find an appropriate excuse and offer it up in due time. Lauren Lebo, shot up, no good, but she's going to be fouled and go to the line to shoot 2. These are the first free throws of the night for the Wildcats. Caitlin Gwynn Moore, her first foul, the team's second. Lebo shooting 2. First free throw rims out, no good. Lauren Lebo has the only 2 points for the Wildcats tonight. Lebo bends at the knees. Shot 2, also no good. So Lebo misses both. And Altoona has an opportunity to play for the final shot if they so desire. 40 seconds remaining, quarter number 1. The ball in the hands of Iyer. Iyer to Gwynn Moore, and her shot is in. Sailing Gwynn Moore has 4, and it's an 18-point Altoona lead, 20-2, with 25 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. Emmy Kuhn outside the 3-point arc. Now Lauren Lebo. Lebo to Mia Masser, 17 seconds. Masser to Condon. Condon pressured by Iyer. Klinger takes a 3 from the near side corner, and it's good. Danny Klinger with the triple. And maybe that's the spark the Cats need heading to quarter number 2 as the horn sounds. Mechanicsburg trails by 15, 20-5. We'll be back after this. Tonight's game presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
We are dedicated to serving our members, associates, and communities because they give us purpose. We know we are stronger when we come together as one. We believe financial literacy is a key tool for personal well-being, economic stability, and a more secure financial future for everyone. And we are committed to providing all with access to financial wellness resources. We strive to deliver unparalleled experiences for our members through every moment and milestone. We are built by will, forged by people, and powered by a proud member experience.
Operation Wildcat is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to pool the resources in our community to help our school district students, families, and staff members in need. We'll take your new or gently used back-to-school items, bikes, books, clothing, dresses and suits, furniture, Halloween costumes, gifts for the holiday, Christmas tree decorations, pennies, socks, underwear, Thanksgiving food, toothbrushes and toothpaste, and yard sale items. Learn more at OperationWildcat.org and go Wildcats.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome back to the Central Dauphin East High School gym. Mike Garland hanging out in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Today's game presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville. Big thanks to Ben Shad for fixing the Operation Wildcat commercial. If you're a big fan of Operation Wildcat, the commercial is so much better with audio. I mean, it's a nice slideshow and everything, but it's way better with audio, so thanks to Ben for making that work. Altoona has possession to start the second quarter, leading by 15, and the Cats will be the beneficiaries of the first turnover of the second quarter. The Wildcat Foundation will begin accepting applications in mid-February. So coming up real soon for scholarships to be awarded to senior students in the district. The foundation administers 5 scholarships to be awarded each spring, totaling more than $36,000. The deadline for the applications will be in early April. Learn more at wildcatfoundation.org. Asha Pratt, high arcing 3, side of the iron, no good. Elena Sweet had a hand on it but couldn't keep it. Now the ball is loose, bouncing around like a ping pong ball. Lebo picks it up. Lebo nearly travels, gets it back to Mia Masser. Yanoski in the paint, floating jumper off the backboard, no good. Tries to tip it out to a teammate, but no one's there. So Altoona flips the script, and Lainey Wilt Goes top of the key to Iyer, who already has a couple of threes, and now she banks another one in. Iyer has 11, leading all scorers. It's an 18-point Altoona lead. And Lauren Lebo is fouled by Brianna Hudson. That's the third team foul, Hudson's first. Janoski will inbound for the Cats underneath the hoop. And she finds Mia Masser. Back to Janoski. Down low, Lebo. Lebo backing in on Hudson. Finds Pratt off the glass and in. Asha Pratt from Lauren Lebo, 23-7. Gwyn Moore to her left, Wilt. To Hudson. Back to Gwyn Moore. Pratt pressuring her on the baseline. Now it's in the hands of Iyer. Iyer has been deadly from pretty much anywhere, and that pass intended for head coach Clay McAllister is errant and out of bounds. So over the Wildcat bench. And the Cats can bust into double digits with this possession if they can get a good three-pointer off. Lebo, far side corner, looking for a cutting Janoski. Instead, Sweet top of the key. Elena Sweet looking for Lauren Lebo. Maybe it was tipped. It was not. 22 games into the season, you want to believe you've got your timing down and you know where your teammates are going to be, but in that case, that was not the case. Lainey Wilt matched up with Mia Masser. Wilt, a senior, Masser, a sophomore, and that shot goes out of bounds. 5:43 remaining first half. Coming up at halftime, we'll check in with a brand new edition of Foundation Facts, anchored by the one and only Ben Shad. Lauren Lebo outside the arc, into the hands of Sweet, working off a screen from Lebo. Sweet left to Janoski. I want to thank everybody tuning in tonight on GoMechanicsburg.com, whoever you are and wherever you are, and to the Altoona fans who weren't able to make the long and moderately expensive drive on the Turnpike. We appreciate you tuning in as well, as Elena Sweet nets a triple. And the Cats are into double digits, 23-10. Mechanicsburg can clamp down on the defense and keep plugging away offensively. We could have ourselves a ball game in the second half. Three-point shot taken by Iyer, side of the iron, no good. Lauren Lebo tries to save it, but she can't. There's a lot of wood here, but very thin boundaries with regards to out of bounds, and a timeout taken by Altoona. 4:54 remaining in the first half. It's 23-10 Mountain Lions. We're going to take a break. Come right back after this on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Craig was in the Rockies and had to cut his ski trip short because he was having severe knee pain.
Lauren came in. She was really discouraged. She had tried 3 months of therapy. Nothing was working. She really wanted to get back to volleyball.
We found that he had severe arthritis in both knees and his hip.
She needed shoulder arthroscopy with slap and posterior labral repair.
Simultaneous bilateral total knee replacements.
6 months of recovery, and Lauren's back, happy as ever.
3 months after his final surgery, Craig sent us pictures of him skiing the Rocky Mountains. And that's what makes our job here at OSS Health so fulfilling.
At Bobby Rahal, it's about doing the right thing, starting with our vision, that clients deserve great service at a fair price. We understand this can only happen with great team members. Doing what's right includes supporting local charities, youth sports, and first responders. It extends to the environment and why we reclaim rainwater for car washes and recycle used oil. We want to thank our loyal clients for recognizing us by voting Bobby Rahal simply the best of Harrisburg for 21 years in a row. Experience the Bobby Rahal difference and find out more at BobbyRahal.com.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Following the Altoona timeout, the Mountain Lions will have possession of the basketball. And Hudson underneath misses a wide open layup. Cats running. Asha Pratt brings the ball across the timeline. Pratt being pressured, hands it off to Masser. Masser bounced past Lebo. Lauren Lebo outside the three-point arc is not where you want her offensively. That is where you want her. Unfortunately, that pass was stolen away by Brianna Hudson. Pratt, on the flip side, gets the block on Zillian Gwyn Moore. Janoski, thinking about a three, goes to Masser between the circles. Now Sweet. Elena Sweet banged a three last time down. Hudson reaches in on Lebo, but Lauren able to maintain the possession. Mia Masser with the head fake. Masser bounce past Pratt. Pratt in front of the Altoona bench. 4:06 remaining first half. Janoski being pressured by Elaine Wilt. And we have a blocking foul called against Altoona. And they're going to call it a shooting foul. Lainey Wilt called for the foul. Her first. Team's fourth. That will send Macy Janoski to the line. Macy has yet to score tonight, and the Cats are 0 of 2 from the free throw line. But if she can make both, it all of a sudden is an 11-point ball game. First shot is in. Second shot forthcoming on GoMechanicsburg.com. And Janoski nets them both. She has 2. The Cats have 12. 23-12, Mechanicsburg chipping away ever so slowly. Gwen Moore, turnaround jumper falls in. And the lead back to 13, 25-12. Macy Janoski across the timeline, just to the right of the CD East center court logo. Elena Sweet, bounce pass down low, Lauren Lebo. She kicks it out to Janoski, fires up a three, backboard, iron, no good. The ball's loose. Hudson on the board, looking to go coast to coast for the second time, off the glass and in. (27-12). There's something to be said for following your shots when you fire them up. And more than once tonight, we've seen the Wildcats put up a shot, not follow, and then Altoona takes that rebound and goes coast to coast for points. Sweet, head fake, follow-away jumper from the corner. It's no good. Asha Pratt tips it, and a foul called against the Cats and Asha Pratt. It's actually Mechanicsburg's first foul of the quarter. Bridget Edwards is in, someone who didn't see a ton of time on the back half of the regular season. So it's Reagan Condon, Bridget Edwards, Macy Janoski, Lauren Lebo, and Elena Sweet. Gwen Moore in the face of Edwards, who proceeds to pick up a foul right out of the gate. That's the first foul for Edwards, the second for Mechanicsburg in the quarter. And shooting 2 is Zaylin Gwen Moore. She has 6 points unofficially. Can she make it 8 and extend the lead? First one is in. Cats down 16, 28-12. Gwen Moore's second free throw also tickles the twine. And it's back to a 17-point Altoona Mountain Lion lead. Altoona, Mechanicsburg playing for a chance to advance to the Mid-Penn Conference Finals as Elena Sweet lays it in. They'll play either Middletown or Trinity. Hudson takes a three, makes it. Brianna Hudson, a 5'10 freshman from way downtown, 32-14, just under 2.5 remaining in the first half. Janoski to Condon. Condon outside the three-point arc, Sweet. Sweet looks to drive, does so on Harpster, but kicks it back out. Condon, high arcing three, back of the iron, no good. No one's there for the board but Zaylin Gwen Moore. Under 2 minutes left, three-point shot taken by Wilt, and it's in. And that's been the thing. Every time the Cats miss a shot on the offensive side, Altoona comes down and nails an even bigger one in transition. Timeout called by Mechanicsburg. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back after this on GoMechanicsburg.com.
The Turnbridge Group at RBC Wealth Management are proud supporters of Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. When you're faced with tough business, personal, and financial decisions, turn to the Turnbridge Group. They specialize in retirement planning and complex financial situations as their team helps you define and attain your goals, all while building a strong and caring relationship with you. Advisors Tim Engel, Jonathan Stow, and Nick Hansen are available for your call today. The Turnbridge Group, part of the community and for the community. Visit them online at turnbridgegroup.com or call 717-724-4225.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
The Cats will inbound following the timeout. Coach McAllister's taken 3 of his 5 already as his team has scored at this moment just 1 more point than they did in the first half yesterday against Chambersburg. So it's 2 consecutive nights, 2 very forgettable first halves for the Wildcats. Condon dribbles to her left, back to the right. Lebo to Bridget Edwards. Edwards can be a hot three-point shooter if given the opportunity. And Elena Sweet is hacked under the hoop. She'll shoot 2. And look, I'm talking a lot about the mistakes that Mechanicsburg has made. You can't take away from what Altoona has been able to do. They've forced these mistakes, and when they have the ball, they are sinking the shots. So Altoona is taking advantage of every opportunity that's been presented to them as Sweet makes the first free throw. A substitution as Raylan Iyer checks in. And that foul for Altoona was on Zaylin Gwynn Moore, her second. Team's 3rd of the quarter. Sweet gets the ball back. Rims the second one, but Janoski gets the rebound. Reagan Condon, that one's going to be wide right. And Hudson pulls down the rebound. Hudson had 2 teammates in the area. Iyer claimed it. Now a cross-court pass. Harpster for 3. Side of the iron, no good. And Lebo out jumps Hudson for the rebound. Janoski pulls back, pulls up. Condon thought about it. Bounce pass down low. Lebo off the glass, can't convert. And Iyer pulls down the rebound. Those are the shots that the Cats have to make if they want to claw back into this one in the second half. 42 seconds. Laney Whip over to Harpster. Now Iyer. Wilt one more time. Harpster to Iyer. Wilt one more time. Altoona playing for the final shot of the quarter. It's like a whack-a-mole machine. Every turn in rotation there's a new Altoona player ready to get the ball. Harpster. Wilt. Bridget Edwards trying to pressure Wilt, who splits the difference and lays it in. Laney Wilt with 10. And Macy Janoski can't get the shot off as the teams head to their respective locker rooms. It's Altoona 37, Mechanicsburg 15. We'll see if the Cats have what it takes to come back from this massive deficit over the final 16 minutes. We're going to take a break, come back with Foundation Facts. Tonight's broadcast presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Company in Mechanicsburg, established in 2021 as a family and pet-friendly social experience, offers food and drink options for the community from the community. Family owned by Wildcat graduates, Wolf Brewing Company is just off South Market Street in the all-new Legacy Park. Stop in before, during, or after the game for food crafted from the freshest local ingredients, plus many award-winning drinks made on site. Wolf Brewing Company, 100 Legacy Park Drive, Suite 400, online at wolfbrewingco.com or call 717-590-7917.
A deck where memories are made, barbecues are grilled, and sunsets are savored. But let's face it, not all decks are created equal. Enter Westshire Decks. We're not your average deck builders. Precision is our mantra. We don't just build decks, we craft outdoor living spaces tailored to your dreams. With Westshire Decks, you get seasoned experts who know decks inside and out. So why settle for a deck that's just okay when you can have one that's extraordinary? Westshire Decks, where craftsmanship meets creativity. Give us a call today and come see how we are different.
The Wildcat Foundation is Mechanicsburg Area School District's education foundation. Established in 1998, the foundation raises and distributes funds that support students in education, wellness, cultural awareness, and athletics. The Wildcat Foundation has also awarded hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships to support students' higher education. Learn more and donate today at wildcatfoundation.org.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Hello, Wildcat fans, and thanks for tuning in for this varsity contest on GoMechanicsburg.com and now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg, as always, presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. We'll get you back out to the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth in just a bit, but right now it's time for our halftime segment, Halftime, as always, presented by the Wildcat Foundation. And this is Foundation Vex, and we're joined once again by Rebecca Kuhn. Rebecca, welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, Rebecca, for a reminder for the folks who may not have tuned in the first time, give us a little bit of a background on the grant program that you have funded through the Wildcat Foundation.
So I teach at the middle school, and I teach in special education in our life skills program, which is 6th through 8th grade. And those are students that work on a lot of functional skills. And one of our classes is a daily living skills class where we teach a lot about cooking and being out in the community and grocery shopping and things like that. And our big program in my classroom is our Wildcat Cafe, where we serve our staff breakfast and lunch once a month. So for the last 2 years, I've been got grants from the Wildcat Foundation to help fund that program with new kitchen equipment. This year we got new carts for our breakfast when we go out to serve our breakfast. And for the last 2 years, we've gotten to be at Foundation Nights, which we're going to talk about here.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, this is a fantastic program. I know a lot of schools do this. My wife included, she teaches in a different district, but the day gets so much brighter when that cart makes its way through the hallways and you hear it coming. I have, my mother-in-law was also a former teacher at Mechanicsburg, recently retired. And again, that was one of her highlights, was that cart coming down. It's an absolute blast. So now it's going on the road and it's kind of getting a little big time with Wildcat Foundation Night.
Yeah, it is. So we were really excited last year. The foundation asked us to be part of Foundation Night, and they started something new last year called a Taste of Mechanicsburg. And so we were one of the first invited to come and show off our skills. And then we were very excited because we were invited back again this year. They're doing a Taste of Mechanicsburg as well to be part of that.
And I think it's just an amazing opportunity for especially the students too to be involved. You look around and you see the restaurants that they go to night in and night out all around Mechanicsburg, and then to be included in that group and maybe even possibly network or talk with them or exchange recipes or what have you. Like, that's got to be an amazing experience for those students to get kind of like a little preview into like the professional world of cooking if they choose to take this as a career, to know what an event looks like and how to cater to a mass event.
Yeah, they're super excited. We just announced to them 2 weeks ago that we were going to be doing this again. And it's more than just, hey, we're going to show up and serve. Like, we put a lot of skills into it. They apply to come, because unfortunately, while I have a wonderful class, I can't bring them all with me to Foundation Night. So they apply to come and talk about why they want to do this. We tie this into careers because we talk a lot in our transition about, especially as they're getting ready to go to high school and things like that, about what they want to do. And I have quite a few kids who, with doing all of the cooking and the grocery shopping and learning about recipes and all of that stuff within the classroom, have really taken to that and can see themselves being able to work somewhere in the culinary field, possibly when they graduate from high school.
That's just absolutely amazing that it builds that foundation, it plants that seed and gets them interested in something so young. And then I think one final question before we go here, any idea on what the menu is going to look like? Any previews as to what the Taste of Mechanicsburg is going to be from your end?
Yep. So we actually just decided with the kids this past week and just ran it by the foundation. So this year we are going to have a soup bar. So there's going to be a variety of soups where you can come and grab a bowl, or if you'd like, you can get a small flight of soups with some bread and crackers as well. So the kids are really excited. We are actually having that for our Wildcat Cafe lunch here in January to test everything out, make sure it's good to go. And then we'll be bringing it to Foundation Night in February.
That's fantastic. Every corner, get a little test beforehand to know what works, maybe, what recipes need to be tweaked. And at the time of this recording, a nice snowy day here in Mechanicsburg, a soup flight. I mean, I've never even thought of that. It seems so simple, but Man, you guys got everything covered. And folks, I can't think of a better advertisement to go to Wildcat Foundation Night than that right there. But Rebecca, thank you so much. And folks, this has been Foundation Facts presented by the Wildcat Foundation. Learn more about them online at wildcatfoundation.org. We're going to take another quick break. And when we come back, we will have second half action for you here, right here on Go Mechanicsburg. Now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg. And as always, our streams presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville.
Snappers Bar and Grill at 120 East Allen Street in Mechanicsburg is proud to support Wildcat Athletics. Snappers is open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. and offers outstanding service and exceptional food and drink options, all at a fair price. Stop in for fresh seafood, delicious hand-cut steaks, and homemade pasta dishes. Snappers also offers a variety of sandwiches, fresh, crisp salads, and awesome appetizers. Dine in, carry out, or have your next big gathering catered. Snappers Bar and Grill. Call 717-697-9475 to learn more.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Seth Gardner for your personal price plan today.
This is you. And this is us. Hi, we're True Green. We're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. That means we'll give you a pro-level lawn guaranteed. That's a satisfaction guarantee. That's a price match guarantee. That's a guarantee on top of your guarantee. So you can do less of this and more of this.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome back to the Central Dauphin East High School Gym. Mike Garland and you. Today's broadcast presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville. I'm hanging out in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. And Altoona brought their A game today. The big A isn't just their logo. That is their level of play tonight as they lead Mechanicsburg by 37-15. So they are up by 12. Nope, 22. 22, I was right the first time. Math, not my strong suit. But Mechanicsburg didn't do themselves any favors in the first half as well with turnovers and missed shots. And look, there's 16 minutes left. So the Cats still have plenty of time here, but this is the first time all season they've faced real stiff and staunch competition. And for 2 nights in a row now playing 6A schools, they have struggled. Leading scorer for the Cats, Elena Sweet, she has 6 points. Beyond that, Danny Klinger has 3. Lauren Lebo, Asha Pratt, and Macy Janoski each with 2. A pair of Mountain Lions in double figures. Melina Iyer has 11 points. She has 3 3-point shots. Lainey Wilt has 10 points. Zaylin Gwynn Moore has 8. Brianna Hudson has 5. And Samantha Harpster has 3. So Cats are down a bunch, 22 to be exact. But if one team can outscore the other by 22 in one half, then who's to say that the other team can't do the same thing in the second half? I've seen crazier things this season alone. So the Cats will start the second half with the basketball. Sweet to Lebo. Janoski looking for a cutting Sweet. That path is cut off. Janoski to her right. Mia Masser. Masser, bounce pass left. Janoski looks to drive, split the double team, and the shot is no good. 3 Mountain Lions in the area. Nobody really wanted the basketball, but fortunately there were no Wildcats in the area, so they had time to make up their minds. Wilt to her right and Harpster. Harpster to Iyer. Iyer, who was shooting lights out in the first half, nearly turns it over, but it's picked up by Gwynn Moore. It's going to be a long bus ride back for Altoona. They'd love to make it a fun one with a win, as that shot is no good, and a travel called against Altoona. So Mechanicsburg with another opportunity here in quarter number 3. Janoski, Masser, Lebo down low, and Lebo, the goalie on the soccer team, unable to hold on to that one. A little frustrated. She thought maybe she was pushed out of bounds by Zaylin Gwynn Moore, but the official right on top of the play saw it differently. Wilt brings the ball across the timeline, pressured by Masser. Mechanicsburg boys basketball coming up about 15 minutes after this one. That will be a separate YouTube stream. Ben Shad will have the call. So keep an eye on youtube.com/@GoMechanicsburg for that live link. Running layup attempt, no good from Wilt, but the Cats turn it over. I want to thank our Go Mechanicsburg live stream crew. Josh Brown managing the score interface at the bottom of your screen. Kevin Nutt on camera. Big thanks to Chris Klinger for all of his help this year. But we've had a couple of double headers, and on nights like that, it gives Chris a chance to be a dad, cheer on Danny. Fall away jumper, it's no good by Iyer. Asha Pratt with the rebound for the Cats. Lob pass to Sweet, long two, back off the iron, no good. Rebound corralled by Gwynn Moore. And she sets the offense. So the 20-2 Mechanicsburg boys basketball team will take on the 19-3 Cumberland Valley Eagles coming up here in just a bit. Both schools here in the gym. The Wildcats, of course, cheering on their classmates and fellow basketball courtmates. Iyer dribbling left. Gwynn. Cats have yet to score here through 2.5 minutes of third quarter action. And a foul against Asha Pratt as she got her hands on Zaylin Gwynn Moore. So that's going to send Gwynn Moore to the free throw line for the second time tonight. For Asha Pratt, that's her second foul, the team's first of the quarter. Gwynn Moore at the line where she is 2 of 2. Make it 3 of 3 now with 9 points on the night. I want to thank the staff here at Central Dauphin East as well for their hospitality and prime broadcast location high above the gym. Second free throw falls through, so a perfect 4 of 4 on the night for Zaylin Gwynn Moore. Those are the first 2 points of the half, but Altoona now extends their lead. 39-15. The Cats are in a position that they have not been in too many times this year as Macy Yanoski's three-point shot is blocked by Brianna Hudson. Hudson trails back, now has a touch. Into the hands of Wilt. Gwynn Moore to Iyer. Iyer looking to drive on Asha Pratt. Dumps down low to Hudson. She regains. Gwynn Moore in the paint. Passes right. Wilt for 3. Front of the Iyer, no good. Gwynn Moore with the rebound into the hands of Iyer. And Iyer drawing the ire of the Wildcats by picking up that rebound. Three-point shot on a line taken and missed by Harpster. Cats back the other way looking for those first points of the quarter, and Lauren Lebo does it. Lauren Lebo has 4 points. The Wildcat Foundation has begun accepting applications, or will, I should say, here at midpoint this month for scholarships to be awarded to seniors. Iyer, another 3, up to 14 points. So the Wildcat Foundation opening up applications for those scholarships that will be awarded later on this year. It's for senior students in the district. The foundation will be offering 5 scholarships, totaling more than $36,000. The deadline for the applications late April. Learn more at wildcatfoundation.org. 42-17 following the Milena Iyer 3. She has 14 points tonight as Macy Yanoski nearly stripped of the ball. Lauren Lebo in the paint, passes it off to Asha Pratt, and she is swatted by Brenna Hudson. Reagan Condon in, Mia Masser out, and the Cats are really getting a feel for what top-tier 6A basketball is all about. They've made the transition to 6A based on enrollment this year, but by scheduling have been playing mostly a 5A schedule during the 2024-2025 season. And that 22-0 record looks great on paper as Elena Sweet puts up a shot that's no good. Hudson pulls away with the rebound, and she's running the floor with speed. In the face of Lauren Lebo, kiss off the glass, no good. Pratt on the board. But with the second season upon us, it is all 6A schools from here. Altoona tonight, And then the district tournament coming up on Monday. Opponent to be determined. Sweets 3, back of the iron, no good. Pratt was in the area, but Hudson picked up the rebound. Gwyn Moore in between the circles. Now at the free throw line, goes left. Harpster for 3, side of the iron, top of the backboard. It is no good. Lauren Lebo with the rebound. Mechanicsburg scored just 2 points here in this quarter, and now they're going to call a holding foul against Lauren Lebo. So Lebo's going to pick up her first foul of the game. Team's second of the quarter as Danny Klinger comes in. And Lauren Lebo will come out. And Brianna Hudson goes to the bench, and the Cats have to love seeing that. She has been everywhere, and seeing her talents as a freshman, head coach Chris Flegel is certainly going to have something special for years to come with Hudson and some of her other teammates. Gwyn Moore to her right, Harpster. Harpster pressured by Sweet. Still lots of basketball to go for the Cats if they do it right, but unless there's a dramatic change in the evening, Mechanicsburg staring down the barrel of their first loss of the season. Iyer between the circles, goes left. It's into the hands of Wilt. Gwyn Moore to Harpster. Now Wilt. Long three-point shot up and in for Lainey Wilt. She's got 13. Actually, that was Melina Iyer. Another 3 for Iyer. She has 17 on the night. Janoski in the paint. Shot up, shot no good. And Macy will go to the free throw line for the second time tonight. 2 more points for Altoona, and Mechanicsburg will fall victim to mercy rule timing here in the second half. It's a 30-point swing is what that does. So Janoski staves that off for the time being with that first made free throw. Just 3 points on the night. Second free throw, rattles out, no good. So Iyer with 17 points, backs in on Janoski. Kicks it out to Harpster. Gwyn Moore in the paint. Splits a triple team. Posterizes Reagan Condon and draws a foul. Reagan Condon picks up her first foul. The team's third. Gwyn Moore at the line. Misses for the first time tonight. She has 10 points. Second shot is in. 11 for Zillian Gwyn Moore. Cats looking for a little bit of something. Just 3 points here in the quarter. And a turnover. Back the other way for Altoona. Harpster. Check that, not Harpster. That's Iyer. Her shot is no good. Gwyn Moore on the rebound. That is Harpster. And her 3 sends us into mercy timing. Harpster's second 3 of the night. And for the Cats, the rest of this one's going to go quick. Asha Pratt in the face of Gwyn Moore. Shot no good. Rebound to Iyer. Danny Klinger on her belly saves the ball and gets it to Elena Sweet. Sweet has it tipped, pulls it out of the air. Janoski's shot is no good, but a foul. Gwyn Moore called for the foul. Her third. Team's second. Janoski goes to the line shooting. She makes the first. Couple of substitutions. Emmy Kuhn, Bridget Edwards in. So unofficially 4 points on the night. 25.9 seconds remaining in quarter number 3 as Janoski makes the second as well. So Veronica Vaught is in, the other senior on this roster. And again, this is by far the last game for the Wildcats. They'll open the district tournament next week. Those brackets will be released possibly before the end of the week. And while it will be nice to win a Mid-Penn Conference championship, it also gives Coach McAllister a couple of extra days to practice and prepare for the district tournament next week. Fall-away jumper, Iyer, her shot is no good. Hudson on the rebound, put-back attempt, no good. And Veronica Vaught handles it as the ball goes out of bounds. We head to the fourth quarter. It is all Altoona. 49-20. The Cats trail by 29 against the Mountain Lions. We'll be back for the final 8 minutes on GoMechanicsburg.com.
I needed a change in my life. I wanted to be closer to my grandchildren. I was not hearing what the kids were saying. I fly hot air balloons and I couldn't hear leaks. There was time to take care of my hearing. As soon as I met Mary Ann at Renewed Hearing Solutions, she made me feel so comfortable. My life has improved so much since I got hearing aids. It was the best thing I've ever done. I would highly recommend Renewed Hearing Solutions.
Get back in the conversation. Call Renewed Hearing Solutions today.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Fourth quarter as the in-gym DJ or music box player is giving us the sweet sounds of Styx and Renegade. That might work at a Pittsburgh Steelers game. I'm not sure that that's going to work right now as we head to the fourth quarter as the Cats trail by 29. 49-20, and again, the Cats are, I believe, in mercy rule timing, so the clock will pretty much roll throughout, so the next 8 minutes should take about 8 minutes. Plus, both coaches will take this opportunity to get some of their starters off the bench, off the floor and onto the bench, rest them up for district play. But it's also nice to see Lauren Lebo still playing hard, playing down to the final buzzer, getting her hand on that one and tipping it out of bounds. Wilt will inbound for Altoona. Thanks to all the Altoona fans who tuned in tonight on GoMechanicsburg.com. You've got yourself a pretty good team here coming out of 6A. And good luck to you guys in the District 6 tournament as Lauren Lebo sees it go off of her leg and then off of Hudson's leg. Actually, I believe District 6 combos with another district out there, maybe District 10. But regardless, good luck in your postseason tournament to the Altoona Mountain Lions. Your team will no doubt make a run here in the coming weeks. Wilt into the hands of Hudson. Now Iyer. Iyer to Lydia Belts. Three-point shot taken by Wilt and in. Wilt, the stilt, knocked it stiff, 52-20. Sweet baseline. Hudson nearly got a hand on it. Janoski thought about a shot, pulls it down, spins in the paint, bounce pass out to Asha Pratt. Janoski for three, and it's in. Macy Janoski with her first points other than a free throw shot tonight. 52-23. Three-pointer back the other way, off the side of the iron by Iyer, no good. Elena Sweet gets the rebound. Hudson was the last to touch it as the ball goes out of bounds. Closing in on the 7 o'clock hour, and again, the boys' game will come up about 15 minutes following the conclusion of this one. Ben Shad will have the call on GoMechanicsburg.com. Tonight's game presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville as Janoski takes another three, makes another three. Macy Janoski has 11. Wildcat Athletics would like to recognize the Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department as Hudson makes the bucket. The Recreation Department in our community offers a lot of great programs, including creative crafts, dance, fitness opportunities, and family fun. A little bit of something for everybody as Elena Sweet is fouled underneath. Don't miss out on fantastic experiences that inspire, enrich, and bring the community together. Visit mbgsd.org, click on the Recreation tab, or drop by their office at the Trails and Trees Environmental Center. Mechanicsburg Area Recreation, where every moment is a new adventure. So the foul called against Akira Cuthbert. Her first, team's first of the quarter. And Elena Sweet's layup attempt no good. Mia Masser to Macy Yanoski. Yanoski stripped of the ball. But she was the last to touch it, says the official on the baseline. And Altoona will inbound with 4.5 remaining in regulation. 54-26. Wilt goes to her right, and Iyer. Last time Mechanicsburg played a game here, it was during their state tournament run. They beat West York here in this gym. And now a foul called against the Wildcats. Asha Pratt called for the violation. That was the year that Mechanicsburg advanced to the state semifinals before losing to Cardinal O'Hara at Governor Mifflin. A little bit of a different result tonight for the Wildcats. Lainey Wilt shooting 2 free throws. Makes the first. She has 14 points on the night. Alana Hayward in. Second shot is good as well. Samantha Harpster comes into the ball game for head coach Chris Flegel and his Mountain Lion squad. CV fans starting to trickle into the gym. A very spacious gym here at Central Dauphin East. 2 levels all around. Mia Masser. And that's a kick ball off the foot of Akira Cuthbert. Reagan Condon in for the Cats. Mia Masser is out as the clock continues to wind. Condon. Hard bounce pass right, Pratt. Back to Condon. Condon to Yanoski. Down low, Lebo. Catches it two-handed. Layup is in. Lauren Lebo has 6 points. 56-28 as that ball goes out of bounds. Condon to her left. Pratt dumping down to Yanoski. Yanoski draws the double team. Sweet for 3. It's going to be offline. An air ball. Pratt on the rebound underneath. Can't convert the putback, and Lauren Lebo is tied up with by Akira Cuthbert. Now they're going to call the foul on Cuthbert. Cuthbert's second. Couple of substitutions for Altoona, including Eva Beck. Beck is in. Harpster is out. So this is something that a Coach McAllister team has not seen in a while, and that's playing on the backside of mercy rule timing. Lebo underneath, off the glass and in. And just at a quick scan, 56 points, almost certainly the most points Mechanicsburg has given up in a single game this year. Reagan Condon poking in, being pesky on Eva Beck, trying to force a turnover, and it comes, a travel called. Now a couple of young ladies off the bench for Coach McAllister. Bridget Edwards, Veronica Vaught, Danny Klinger, Emmy Kuhn. So with 1:40 left, Coach McAllister has put the starters on the bench, and that's how this one will kind of come to an end. So it's Condon, Edwards, Vaught, Kuhn, and Klinger. 2 seniors, 2 freshmen, and a junior. Another turnover as Condon has that one knocked out of the sky by Akira Cuthbert. Far side of the gym, Eva Beck tried to save it, but couldn't. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Again, boys basketball coming up in just a bit. Probably about 15 minutes between streams, give or take, and it will be a separate stream. So you'll want to refresh your YouTube channel, youtube.com/@GoMechanicsburg, or if you have the alerts turned on, then you'll be notified when we go live one more time. Vaught, Emmy Kuhn, back to Vaught. Reagan Condon runs into a wall as Elena Hayward providing the pressure. And Emmy Kuhn can't handle that one as the ball is picked up by Lydia Belts. 25 seconds, no real reason for Altoona to have to take another shot. Just need to run out the clock. Kira Cuthbert. A long two up and in by Ryan Lancey. And that's the flip side of the argument. These young ladies on the floor now don't usually have an opportunity to play, so you get a chance to take a shot, you do it. Like Steve Winwood said, when you see a chance, you take it. 58-30 the final. The Cats suffer their first loss of the year, although in the eyes of District 3, they will still be undefeated when the tournament starts next week. But these young ladies know they had it handed to them tonight by the Altoona Mountain Lions, and they've got some work to do heading into the District 3 postseason next week. I want to thank Josh Brown on the score interface, Kevin Nutt managing the camera, Ben Chad for his support as well. Leading scorers for Altoona. Unofficially, Melina Iyer. She had 18 points on a handful of three-pointers. Lainey Wilt had 15 points. Azalea Quinn Moore had 11. Brianna Hudson with 7. Samantha Harpster with 6. Raylan Lancey had 2. That should more or less add up to 58. For the Wildcats, meanwhile, leading scorer Macy Yanoski with 11, 2 threes in the second half helped power that total. Lauren Lebo had 8, Elena Sweet with 6, Danny Klinger with 3, and Asha Pratt had 2. So the Cats dropped their first game of the year. Meanwhile, Altoona advances to the Mid-Penn Conference Championship game. An even longer bus ride coming up later this week as the championships will be held at Milton Hershey. Thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. Altoona, good luck to you in your postseason. That's going to do it for me on the girls' side. We'll be back in just a bit on GoMechanicsburg.com.
This has been a presentation of Mechanicsburg High School Wildcat Athletics, presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com. Wildcat Athletics is presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville, Bobby Ray Hall Automotive Group, Charity Kastner RSR Realtors, your neighborhood Chick-fil-A at Shepherdstown Crossing, Lawnscapes Inc., Members First Federal Credit Union, Operation Wildcat, OSS Health, now with 2 locations on the West Shore, Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department, RBC Wealth Management and the Turnbridge Group, Renewed Hearing Solutions, Sheets, Snappers Bar and Grill, Seth Gardner State Farm, your Harrisburg True Green Lawn Care, Westshire Decks, servicing all of Central PA, the Wildcat Foundation, and Wolf Brewing Company. The Mechanicsburg Wildcats. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com and on YouTube at GoMechanicsburg. We'll see you again next time.